Alright, hello there YouTube land or whoever happens to be watching. I thought this would be a good time to make a video all about the lapband. I've recently been getting a lot of questions about what the lapband is. A lot of people don't really know in detail, what it's all about. So I figured I would just kind of go over what I've learned. Obviously I don't know personally what it's like to have a lap band because I've never done it, so all I can tell you is what I know from my research and my doctors and all that. So the lap band is sometimes called gastric banding, is where they put a band, a silicone band, around the top of your stomach, and they make a smaller pouch on top of your stomach. So it allows you to feel full faster with a smaller amount of food. The nerves in the top of your stomach are what tell your brain that you're actually full. So when the pouch gets full, the nerves go to your brain and tell your brain that you're full and that you don't want any more food. And then the food actually does trickle down into your stomach slowly, but it just makes you feel full faster, and you eat smaller portions. So it doesn't control what you eat, but it controls how much you eat. If you eat too much, it'll come right back up. It is adjustable because what happens is it's connected to a port that they place like right under your abdominal wall, and they stick a needle inside the port and they inject saline into your band to make it so that it's either tighter or looser, depending, but usually what they do is they insert the band into your stomach empty, and after your surgery, they let the swelling go down and they let it heal, and then they do what's called a fill, that's when they put the needle in your port and they inject the band with saline, and they can make it tighter so that you have more restriction. Usually the bands come with 10 cc's of liquid, and they're 10 cc's, they can contain 10 cc's of liquid, and they usually give you small fills at a time to kind of make it so your restriction happens slowly, so that all of a sudden you're not too tight, you're not throwing up all the food that you're eating. And what they do for the surgery is they do like 5 small incisions in your abdomen and your stomach, and they put the band in laparoscopically, and that means they use really small tools to get in there. They fill your stomach up with air, and they use small tools to get in there, and that's why they also want you to go on a liquid diet beforehand, because they have to lift up your liver with these small tools, and if your liver is really fatty and all that stuff, it's harder to lift up. So when you do a liquid diet, it burns a lot of the fat in the liver, so it makes the surgery a lot easier. So that is basically what the band is. There are other types of surgery. There is the gastric bypass, which is when they reroute your intestines. They reconnect your intestines to your stomach so that the food goes through you faster, and you're not retaining a lot of the food, a lot of the nutrients in the food. So that can be actually kind of dangerous. I mean, there's good and bad to all the surgeries, but because they're reconnecting your intestines and they're doing like this major surgery in there, there's a lot more complications. Whereas the lap band, the surgery is relatively easy, takes like a half an hour to an hour, and they don't have a lot of complications usually. And then there is the sleeve, which is not actually a sleeve, which I didn't know for a while. What they do is they remove 80% of your stomach, and what's left is this tube that looks like a sleeve, and that's your stomach, because your stomach's a lot smaller. That is non-reversible. The gastric bypass can be reversible, but it's pretty rare that they'll reverse it. And the lap band is totally reversible. Lap band you can also get pregnant with. I'm sure all of them you can, but the lap band you can get pregnant with. They just empty the saline out of the band so it's not tight around your stomach, so you can, it allows you room to grow. And the lap band is pretty much one of the safest weight loss surgeries you can do. You have one overnight stay in the hospital. You go really early in the morning, and then you're out the next morning, and they monitor you overnight, and then you go home, and they say that you're okay to drive whenever you feel ready. And you're pretty much sore and you have gas pains from all the air that they injected into your stomach for a while, from what I hear, but you're not, in a ton of pain. And because I do have a small child, I figured that would be the best option for me. You don't lose weight as fast. You lose 1 to 2 pounds a week on average, they say, with the lap band, because it's just a gradual weight loss. It's not the other surgeries have more, they affect your hormones, and they raise certain hormone levels and lower certain hormone levels so that you lose weight a lot faster. But the lap band, it doesn't necessarily mean you won't lose as much over a long period of time, or you won't keep it off with the lap band. It just won't be as drastic in the beginning, which is fine for me. I'm used to Weight Watchers. You lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. Sometimes you gain, sometimes you don't lose any, so it's kind of what I'm expecting with the lap band also. But that's kind of what the lap band is, a little introduction to it. If you have any questions, let me know. There's tons of research you can do out there, obviously, but that is kind of what I'm going to be going through. So I'm very excited, and I will be doing another video kind of showing some things that I've bought to prepare for surgery, to prepare for the liquid diet, and some vitamins and stuff that I purchased. So you do need to take calcium and like a 1-a-day vitamin. I know you can take biotin for hair loss if you do lose a lot of weight. But I bought some chicken broth and some other stuff. So I will do a video showing you what I bought as I collect some more things. And like I said, if you have any questions, just let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.